What the heck? So the way I do it, I like to do a diagonal, diagonal like that. So I can cheat, and I have the most for my look. Gee, I can't even cheat with her hair. She had so many. Okay. So you want this piece to be light, and you want it to be I always want you guys to know to do is imagining the look prior to doing it. What it means is like you have to use what you learn and put it on someone. Okay, if someone has such a wide and fat face, don't put too light right around her face, because you know what happened. If you do, they look really fat. And the same thing, you know, it's like if you doing
you want the gloves?
Yes, you need gloves.
I don't know, I want to be quick, so I just
Yeah, I'll go get gloves here.
no, it's fine. Yeah, I'm good. So please do make sure these are starting out skinny. I know you all know that, but sometimes it's scary to see your client walking out with a big chunk of. So be efficient. What I mean by that is like every piece is you do make sure those the piece is making account for you. Okay, well, you know how the hair is starting to fold? You want it to spread, because that's easier the hair color to go through. Because if you have it all fold up, it's harder for the color to go through. I like this brush for
Soft.
because it leaves the hair color there. At least you can tell it's light and it's white, because it's actually leaving the product there. It's not sweeping away. Because if the lightener swept away, then it doesn't really making any good for us. So what I do is I cheat, okay? I want to say, make the most for your time. I'm gonna avoid that. See, what I like about this is she has this, and these hair right here is very fine, and it's very light. So I'm gonna just use that for my benefit. I want this piece to be light and continue with this one. When I put this on the foil, I want to do it real gentle. So I'm going to turn this. I'm going to see where the light I want. So I'm going to go this way here. I want this. Basically, imagine the piece of the hair will be in the head where you want this to hit. Use your, like, okay, pull the hair down, let it fall, see what it do for you. Instead of just doing it and not thinking, and when you make it the placement fast for our time. I'm gonna use this and see how long I get in managed. So I'm going over the other side because I want it to evenly cook. Because I see someone starting and one side and finish on one side and go the other side and finish the other side. What end up happening is cooking unevenly. And then, did you see the result, Mai, of
who?
Paula?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw. When
And
she was-
we can see with me, with that part, is you can be easily fixed with toner. You just have to change the way it looks a little bit. I'm gonna make this, because this is the first piece, and usually this is the one that shows the most, I'm gonna make it really thin so it can be really light, because I want that piece to pop. So, just remember the lighter, the lighter, the skinnier the pieces, the more. I like to leave the next one dark because it's almost like it bringing it out. Like you have to have a dark piece to make the light piece look dark, light. So I'm gonna leave that. The painting part, I'm sure you all know how to do it. Today is the key is to the toning and the bumping. And where to use what.
Placement.
Huh? Yes.
Placement.
And the placement, yes. I want this part to fall down and I see light, so. I like to use my fingers right here because I actually want to feel how much is saturated. You can feel it by using your hand to squeeze it in. Be careful, squeeze it in without removing the product. Pat it in, but not squeeze it too much where you actually run the product off on your hand. Because I at one point, I think I did that, and then I'm like, I have products on my hand, and then I'm like, ooh. So try not to take it off. Okay. I want this piece to show. So, and I know this piece is gonna take some time to lift. Right here. This is. There you go. It's not how thick you do it, it's how thin and how wide. So sometimes you don't have to pick too thick. That's just my main concern. I don't like to put too thick, and I end up with having a lot of underlying pigment where the orange part that was not being lit properly. And then we end up having to worry about that warm part. We're gonna cheat and make it look like you do a lot without doing a lot. What?
Just nodding in agreement.
So,
You pretend you understand something.
Whatever, Johnny.
I need my smart comment.
you're supposed to use clay type of this hair body, I think. I didn't bother to change the clay because I like this one lip faster because
Yeah.
when we toning it and we bumming the base, so I don't really like have a,
I like clay for like the sombre.
because we're doing a lot of toning afterwards, so it's kind of like not necessary. When I get up on top, I'm gonna do 3. Everybody remember the double, the single, and the triple?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I get on top, get closer to this, I'm gonna do triple. So it blends a little better.
Không ăn được mấy.
Ăn đi. You can bring it, eat, and nobody can tell. You're standing there eating, nobody can tell.
You mix with Betty Rodriguez.
I do. I did. And I'm gonna, after we're done, we're gonna put her under the light, so it's gonna be quicker. So I'm using the triple closer to the crowd because.
Yeah, it's more.
Okay, so enough of that painting. I'm gonna start foiling right now. This is where I foil because where the head is starting to go up, where it's changing the.
Stuff for the crown.
You know when the my God. When the head curve starting to drop, I'm gonna start foiling.
Work smart, not work hard.
Yeah, you'll be really amazed how this turned out. Cause I did it to couple. It's much easier, but it gives you that look where it's much. You still have a blonde. I actually did it on a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did it on a guy. Yeah, and because his hair, he never had a highlight before, and he wanted a natural look, and he wanted blonde. So if you were doing it on someone, and you know they virgin highlight, they never have any lightness in their hair whatsoever. And if you do the full head of highlights, and after you're done with the full head of highlight, they look very like highlighted, streaky look without almost like sun beaten up look. So they don't look very natural. So leave that out. I'm gonna go to the front. I'm gonna do this side. I'm gonna cook the same way.
Actually,
with this technique it's faster than if when we do full highlight, regular full head of highlight.
Yes, absolutely. But
Yeah.
it looked blonder.
Yeah, it's more.
And it looked more natural.
Yeah.
Instead of having all this foil all over. And I want to see, like at the other, like say, we do where we need to.
She's so serious.
So what's going on?
Mia.
Crack a smile sometimes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Can you put a little hand like that?
Okay. So when I put this on, and you notice I didn't put it really close to her head because this is her baby hair, it lifted quickly. And because I'm gonna bump her base around her face later on, that's why I'm not really concerned that it was not light. Because these are pretty,
You still want me to
Make sure.
record?
Yeah, this is the critical area. I want you to record this part. So right now, this is I call my money piece. So right now, we're gonna go in here and
Which
make
side?
sure these pieces, okay, we're gonna foil this. Right
Sorry, Mia,
there.
I got your face.
Sorry, Mia. Get all that. Okay, it's right here. I'm gonna, so notice that I'm doing like almost like a pine shapes. This one right here is thicker, and I go to skinnier as I get to the face. See, if I picked it up, can you see this? This is skinnier here, and it's wider there. Because we don't want the hair to come out and scalp right around the hairline like a glob. You don't want that. Because that looks very unnatural. Anything around the face, you make sure, and when you foil any one hair, just a regular foil, full foil, whatever, the pieces at the hairline, make sure that it's skinnier. You notice? Okay, so if you make this piece a big chunk, they'll have a glob of blonde coming out of there. That would not look good. And you want to look blonder, you just go there. You can go up there high because it's skinny, but notice I don't go up there high because it's real thick right there. If you put a high right there, it have a big line right there. It won't look good. And then you're gonna go down like this. But because of this dimension piece, this piece right here is blonde. It's gonna look very blonde because how thick this is gonna get here. Make sure don't do it right there. It won't look good. I did that on Nancy's hair some bit. I only do a few pieces of highlight on her, but it looked like I did a lot because of that. So the same thing here. You want to go in here, you want to make a bigger piece here to here, and you come here and you foil this. Okay? So these pieces right here is nice and smooth. So this is our money piece. This is where we need this piece to look. Okay, so notice what you can do is lift this piece up and push this in to make sure that is secure, because you don't want it to what happened, and you don't want this first piece right here to be open up and get dry and not getting light enough. And then when it's not light enough, they have that little orange. And nothing worse than you have an orange piece right around the face. Okay, so this piece right here, I'm gonna smooth it in. I'm not gonna put them right into the face, because this one, it laid down, it looked like it's one piece. Use a little bit of your imagination, as I said. Sometimes place it on the face. See how you like it. And then you put it away. Don't be afraid of what would come, because so that is my money piece. If those pieces are light, Nikki, are you sleepy?
Oh.
Coffee didn't work?
I said, don't be afraid, and I said, and don't cry.
Oh, what did you say?
Oh.
Jeez.
And I made me
Oh man, that's mean.
Okay, so with the tone, we're gonna when she sit and she process, I'm gonna talk about toning. As I see a lot of us do toning, but if you do sucks on painting and highlighting, but you know how to tone, you good. Because
So for those many pieces, it doesn't matter what side they part in their hair. You still do this.
so
this time,
it's because if she pushed this over, because I put it right where between the recession line, so it's not, if you do a cross like this, then you worry about where you part.
Yeah.
But because I do it on both sides,
Okay. So it doesn't matter.
so if she flip it that side to this side, it's
Yeah.
still okay. But if she flip it over that side to this side, it's
Okay.
still okay. Yeah.
That's why it's better like that.
I really think so. If you pull it back, it's still fun. Yeah. Because we hitting all the hairline on the both sides. She's more lightly part on that side. Okay. I need to do this one more piece. Let's see. So it's like a pine shape. It's getting skinnier up here and get wider here. So when this one fall, you can see thick, more lighter there. Where it's skinny, you can paint closer. Where it's so chunky, you want to be away from the head. So I'm scratching up this. So I weave again right here because I want that piece to be natural. Just right at the hairline. You gotta be really careful with the piece that you pick right at the hairline, because when they pull their hair up, you don't want that big old glob of blonde just like pulling out of nowhere. Okay.
So it's like slice, weave, balayage.
Yes, what did I say? Foils,
Mm-hmm.
balayage, toning, the whole bit, bump the base. So I want to, after we did all this highlight thing, we're going to talk about the toning because Mai and I had this experience right by hand, and that is also that to do with Emmy her, and also that doing what your experience with Katie Gibbs, and also the experience that I had with what her name. Ellery, is that right? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, because that is I feel like that a lot of mistakes happening, well, and then without knowing why. Okay, so I am going to foil really quick right here. Nothing fancy, very skinny foil.